Witajcie na dzisiejszym odcinku. Miałem tego nie robić, ale niestety chyba trzeba zacząć. Jeżeli film Ci się spodoba, zostaw łapkę w górę. Zostaw też subskrypcję jak możesz. Będę wdzięczny. A teraz zanim zaczniemy odcinek, małe słówko od sponsora. Dobra. Kogo ja oszukuję? Nie mam żadnego sponsora tutaj. Więc zaczynamy grę.
Rufus, so how do you suppose you'll convince the mayor?
Well,
Dobra, idziemy do
Lotek, I have
burmistrza.
to talk to you. It's about... Lotek?
What? Who's disturbing me?
Whoa. Are you really sleeping in your desk?
This is the mayor's traditional resting place. Before me, your father used to sleep in here. That was before he betrayed the community.
Huh. Well, I can totally understand that.
Well, he left you behind too.
Be that as it may, who sleeps in a desk anyway?
Admittedly, the desk isn't aligned correctly with the planet's magnetic field, but your father had a device installed to correct that.
What? What? Instead of just moving the desk, my dad prefers messing with the planet's magnetic field?
Well, he was the most egocentric and stubborn person I've ever met.
That's a lie!
Oh yeah? Why do you think he left you here? Because he didn't care about anyone but himself. Not even his own son. Not even for his own son. Pretty ironic that you've become just as egotistic as he was back then.
Egotistic? Me? Ah! Just recently, I risked my own life to save a girl from the clutches of the Organon.
Completely without ulterior motives, I suppose.
You better believe it.
My ass.
You'll be surprised, Lotek. I will save the girl. And then everyone on this planet will realize how selfless I really am. But then it'll be too late, because then I'll already be sitting in some cocktail lounge in Elysium and laughing about you fools and how you still have to live in this junkyard. You'll see.
No tak, żadnych ukrytych motywów.
I officially want to deregister my residence here on Deponia.
You don't even have your own residence, do you? You're mooching off your former girlfriend.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not sleeping in the drawer of my desk.
Watch your tongue, son. This is the mayor's traditional resting place. If only your father were here to put you in your place. You know darn well he worked here before me.
Oh yeah, you mean he slept here?
You don't even know what real work is. If you'd put in a little more effort, you could have followed in your father's footsteps.
My father's footsteps led away from this dump, and I'll get away from this rock too.
And you think you'll reach your goal without a serious effort? I'm beginning to understand why he didn't take you with him.
Ouch. I can't stop thinking about what you said, that my father manipulated the planet's magnetic field.
Well, get over it. Your father installed that device for a reason. He manipulated the magnetic field so he could sleep in harmony with the field lines.
I can't imagine how that's supposed to work.
Well, it does work. I sleep like a baby. The only downside is that carrier pigeons are constantly crashing into my window.
I'm here for the Elysian girl.
They all are, but you're too late. The hearing is over.
Over? But it was me who found her.
As far as I know, it was Hannick who found her.
Well, I found her first.
And you just left her lying there?
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
But I saved her life.
I find that hard to believe, considering you're responsible for 90% of all injuries that happen in Kuvak.
Well, but 90% of those have been my own injuries.
Listen, Rufus, whenever chaos breaks out in Kuvak, you are responsible for it. As far as I know, you might even be responsible for that girl falling from the sky.
No, it was different.
With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
but I have to help her return to her world.
To Elysium? That's a good joke. You should know better than anyone else that there's no way to leave Deponia. Nothing that ends up on Deponia will ever leave again.
My dad made it.
That's neither probable nor verifiable. I know that's what you'd like to believe, but I believe it's more likely that your father ended up crashing into some trash heap. With your attitude, you wouldn't even stand a chance if the hearing wasn't over already.
That's too bad.
How exceptionally reasonable of you. I've made my decision, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm starting to run out of good arguments here.
Finally, there is a God. Are we done here? I really need to go to the assembly hall.
You bet.
Oh, now what?
The girl belongs to me.
Wrong. I've already made the decision.
I'm starting to run.
Fine. Are we done here?
No.
Well, then
Huh, he's gone. Well, never mind.
Zobaczmy. No, zobaczmy, czy coś jest pod poduszką.
A gadget that manipulates the planet's magnetic field. Yeah, this could have been my idea.
O, super, mamy już szklankę.
Damn, where was I?
Next, please.
Guess I'm last in line. Whatever. Who could possibly succeed except for me?
Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please. Next, please.
A, nie zmienia swojego głosu, trudno. Zobaczmy.
A gadget that this could have been my.
Bony, ptak, klucze różnego rodzaju, ale mamy szklankę. Dzięki szklance, z tego co kojarzę, przynajmniej mam taką nadzieję, możemy wlać już kwasu.
Haha! I've siphoned the acid without injuring myself. I'll drink to that.
Zobaczmy, co my już mamy. Mamy wodę energetyczną, brakuje nam czystej. Żeby zrobić kawę, czyli suche składniki już mamy, brakuje nam jeszcze mokrego jednego. Zrobimy kawę, obudzimy goal i lecimy do Elysium. Przynajmniej taki jest plan. Dobra, zobaczmy co są w auli.
I suggest not to move her in this condition.
What kind of condition is she in? I still don't understand. I mean, is she dead?
No, no. Her body is alive and well. It's her consciousness. It's inactive.
So, she's asleep.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that. I think it's related to this implant. It's broken.
A consciousness implant? Isn't there a switch or something?
A fuse?
Maybe the contacts are corroded. That's what always happens with my intercom.
I already tried everything, but this is Elysian technology. I have no idea how it's being used. I don't even have the appropriate screwdriver.
So, when can I finally take her home?
She needs to wake up first.
Okay, I see. This situation needs to be resolved through a government decision. Let's do it like this. If you manage to wake her up, you can have her.
And what happens if I wake her up? Rufus!
You're not even supposed to be here.
But I have a plan.
Oh, I've heard about your plans. You never think things through. Everything you do ends in chaos, and most likely with an explosion.
We'll see about that.
I warn you, stay away from the girl.
Mhm. Dobra, czyli może coś... Zobaczmy, czy jeszcze tutaj coś mogę zrobić. Nie, nie za bardzo. Chwila. Emblemat wody.
I kind of know this symbol. Hey, that's my dad's divining rod.
Zobaczmy. Coś się stanie.
What's this? A hidden compartment? Well, looks like Dad's secret will see the light of day after all.
Oho.
A key. My dad knew I'd be clever enough to find it. I wonder what I'd get for it if I melt it down.
O, jest klucz do barku, czyli
This might
pewnie
be
tutaj.
unnecessarily complicated, but I'm certain Dad wanted to make sure that I'm the only one who could get this far, get to his big secret, his legacy. His liquor cabinet. Blah! This tastes like the cough syrup that Dad used to give me when I was too noisy.
Okej. Zobaczmy, czy u niego coś możemy jeszcze zrobić. Nie.
There, I can see it clearly. Grit, and there's a dead beetle. Clear water.
Tutaj nic ciekawego nie ma.
One whole chili. Stimulant.
Okej, i co jeszcze było potrzebne z suchych składników? A, proch.
A pinch of black powder. I'll call this blend Rufus Reckless, the Maiden Slayer. Or Savior. No, Slayer sounds much better. Huh. He doesn't wake up. Wrong.
Okej. A, wiem, już kojarzę. Najpierw musi zmienić tryb. Zobaczymy, spróbujmy coś z tym zrobić.
I'll bet Fire Officer Gizmo would like that. I'll keep that idea in mind.
But Rufus!
You're not, don't you? Looky here. Did somebody drop food? I mean, what's the...
I'm waiting for Gold to wake up so I can take...
Huh. Although, it is true that ants can carry 10 times their own weight. But why would Goal, an Elysian orbit elf, want to have anything...
Duh, Rufus! You all... Rufus! Rufus!
Yeah, whoever made you must have stopped right in the middle.
Oh, yeah? I am rich. You, on the other hand, you ain't got nothing.
Hey, that's how you pay people back when they give their best? And what would I want with a basement in Kuvak? I don't belong here, and neither does Gold. And as soon as I wake her up, I will accompany her to Elysium. You'll see. Dr. Gizmo?
What now?
Will she fully recover?
She'd need to wake up first to be able to tell.
Well, why don't you wake her up then?
Well, it's not that easy. I've already tried every stimulant I could find in my medicine cabinet. None of those were strong enough. She needs something much, much stronger.
Something much, much stronger. Sounds like a job for me. I am much, much stronger after all. I will save her.
Ha! Good luck. Did you bring some kind of miracle stimulant by any chance? Something that might wake her up? A kind of cup of coffee to the nth order?
I'm working on it.
Good, but do it someplace else.
What are you waiting for? Help her!
I would love to, but self-professed acquaintances of the patient are constantly interrupting me in my efforts.
Self-professed acquaintances. That sounds funny. Self-professed acquaintances. Think you could say that 1,000 times in a row?
Why should I? I could even say get lost 1,000 times in a row and you wouldn't get it.
I want to report an emergency.
An emergency? What is it?
I have this unusual pain in my back.
You should rest in bed, at home, so get lost.
Fire!
Impossible. My fire protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in fire protection sensors?
Yes, ever since you turned 8 years old, you little brat.
That was my last birthday with my dad. I got a cake. I think I even remember the fireworks.
I remember them too. Incredible how much you achieved with just 8 candles.
Robbery!
Impossible. My theft protection sensors would already have detected the emergency.
You have built-in theft protection sensors?
All emergency prevention tasks are united in one person, and that's me, as you very well know. A small village like Kuvak is just not big enough to have a doctor's practice, a fire department, and a police station separately. Or at least, that's what I thought. Ever since you turned 8, I'm not so sure about that anymore.
No,
If you say so, it sounds too good to be true.
Well, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Not literally.
Dobrze, to dzisiejszy odcinek na tym kończymy. Następnym już spróbujemy obudzić go. Dobra, trzeba najpierw znaleźć wodę. Zresztą do zobaczenia, cześć.